Hi. Thank you for joining. It's nice to see you again. I have started this a little bit earlier because I still need to wait for my host, Giuliano, who will join me today so that we can have a nice conversation, an interview rather, about the ethical caboclo shoes that we really love and that looks really nice with on the floor. Hi, good afternoon. Hello, Iraq. The other day I thought that when you're doing live chats as on the floor, there is this feeling a little bit as if you were in a Eurovision contest, you know, you get all these waves from all over the world. It's so nice. Thank you so much for being here. Yep, Caboclo Brazil, I can see you. I'm just wondering how we are joining. Hello. Let's wait a little bit. Yeah, so as I said, today we will have a short talk with one of the co-founders of Caboclo Shoes, and I hope that you will be able to ask all your questions or get introduced to this ethical shoe brand. Yes, actually they are very nice, and we are totally in love. And this month was special in On the Floor because we had like a collaboration with Caboclo brand. Whenever you purchased something, you would receive a 20% discount code to buy Caboclo shoes at their web store. So I hope you managed to actually take a look at their range, at new collection, and maybe even use the code. And yeah, I'm still waiting for Giuliano to come, but it's 3 a.m. in Lithuania right now, and we agreed on 3, so I hope he will enter. Singapore, Turkey, South Carolina. What time is at your place, guys? Are we late in the night or early in the morning? Caboclo. Oh, request. I think go live. It. Waiting for Caboclo Brazil to join. India, 5:30 p.m. Hello, here we are. Good. It's so nice to see you, Giuliano, here and introduce you to our community.
Hello, everybody. Hi from Barcelona. Half Barcelona, half Brazil. But in the moment, hi from Barcelona. Very nice to having this conversation with you all, and especially with Vaida, my friend for a long time now.
So welcome here. And before we jump into conversation, I will just repeat the small introduction why we're talking today. So we're hosting Giuliano, who is one of the founders, also probably the spirit behind Caboclo brand, the shoes that On the Floor loves so dearly. And this month we had a nice project with Caboclo that all the parcels traveling from On the Floor to all over the world would also have a discount code of 20% to use at Caboclo store. And just like, because this project is going to an end, we are using the chance to introduce the brand, and tomorrow we will have a giveaway. So everybody who is here, please come also to On the Floor Instagram account tomorrow and try your luck. Yes, and Giuliano. So it's Giuliano. What's to pronounce?
Yeah, my name is Giuliano, but actually you can call me Juba. My nickname, actually, my friends and usually people that know me a little bit better can call me Juba. Juba is the nickname of Giuliano. Like Giuliano, I heard when my mom might piss off with me, she called me Giuliano, but usually it's Juba.
Juba. So
Yeah.
Juba.
Okay.
Please introduce yourself. Who is Juba, and how did Caboclo came into life?
Well, before all, I want to really say thanks to Vaida and to Som the Floor for the amazing opportunity, for the amazing products, for everything we trying to help and doing together. I really think we should rely on each other to create this new deal that the world needs, you know, this new consumption, this new type of way of living, actually. So really thanks to give me this opportunity. My name is Juba Lima. I'm 44. I was born in Brazil, but I left Brazil when I was 20 because living in Brazil, I love my country, but it's quite complicated. You know, like Brazil is a rich country full of poor people. What is very tricky. Brazil is not a poor country at all, you know, but the money is very well divided. So this for me was always you know, a big problem. So I went to Europe. I made my 2 universities here, and I realized I should do something, at least my little part, you know, to make things more equally. And me with my brother Leonardo Lima, we decided to create Caboclo. Caboclo, if people don't know, Caboclo is the mix of Indian people and all the other ethnic groups. So actually, if you're born in the Amazon region, usually people say, hey, Caboclo, come here. It's a nice way to say, like, hey, dude. You can say, hey, Caboclo. Okay? So Caboclo has 2 meanings. The meanings of Caboclo, like you can say, like, hey, dude, come here. And by the dictionary, Caboclo is the mix of Indian and all the ethnic groups. And of course, the north of Brazil, everybody's a bit Caboclo, like myself. You know, Brazil is a big mix of people. And in homage of the craft people, the name of the brand is Caboclo. Okay.
So it's also a little bit like referring to the people that you are creating these shoes for, Caboclo, right?
Exactly. Actually, 99% of our artisans are Caboclos. You know, a mix of Indians and other ethnic groups. In the north of Brazil, like in the south, we have more blondes, you know, because the colonization is from Germany. But the very north, it's a big mix. It's very nice. And actually, Caboclo begins with philosophy for me that is like, we really want to provide to the market the most eco products we are able to do. You know, I'm not saying that we are 100% eco. No, that's not true. But we do everything we can to be more sustainable. And I think all the companies should do that. And despite that, we also, like, usually if you go to India or Brazil or like these countries, there is a lot of craft people. All the people don't have the chance to study what they are going to do. They do crafts. You know, it's a way to it's a profession, actually. And my idea was like, well, we know so many people, we know so many cooperatives. Let's try to combine them, organize them, put a brand, to have a stamp, and only work with this kind of people, cooperative, you know, and try to create this circle economy, you know, and this was I think our goal as a company. And it's amazing. We were already 15 years. I'm quite happy about that. And it's even so that the situation is not easy. Everybody, I think, knows that. You know, if I'm receiving some help of people like Vaida and the other people, so I guess Caboclo will definitely survive this crazy thing, like we all.
Of course, the idea is very nice. The product is amazing. You know, the ethos is beautiful. Juliano, so can you just explain a little bit about the process? So basically, you are ordering these styles to be made with the craftsmen in Brazil.
I go every year to Brazil to spend at least a month with the craft people. The craft people we have now, we have 3 masters, and below the 3 masters, we have people working with them and learning, you know, learning these new techniques. And all the collections, I always say, sometimes I'm a bit stubborn. I'm a bit like, I don't know how you say that. I'm a bit too strong with my ethics. I really want to do handmade shoes. So I don't want to fabric shoes. I don't want you to do like zippers, like the whole process of this has to be handmade. The only machine we have here is the machine that cuts the tire. Because cutting the tire, of course, is quite hard to do handily. This is the very only machine we have that use electricity. All the hands are tools that we have with our own hand. And
so
for me,
basically what you're saying, continue, please.
what I think is like, is not, I do believe that design could be used as a tool of transformation. No, I really think design is very powerful, and it's not thinking about the, because usually people think, oh no, the design is just a look. I think design is everything. Design is the material, people who made it, in which conditions they made it, how much money they're receiving, if they are happy or they are not happy. It's all these things we should say design. Okay, and for me, I arrived there with my ideas, but we always think together the collection. It's not like Julian arrives, no, I want that, and this is done. It's like, no, they are the masters of leather, you know? So it's always the combination of the skills of the artisan and what I want to have at the end design. But it's always a combination of these both lines.
So, you mentioned the tires, and maybe if our followers doesn't know, but basically all your shoes come with recycled tires as soles, right, of the shoe.
Yeah.
And how I figured out about Caboclo, it actually was even before Son de Flor came to life. So my friend bought a pair of shoes in Barcelona in the shop, and he said like, Vaida, these are amazing shoes, and they have these tires as soles, and they're so beautifully packed in the back. And he showed me all the shoes, and I fell in love with the shoes later on with with this bag that you were putting it into. And then when we were doing the photo shoot in Barcelona, I thought we need shoes for the shoot. And then I came over and fell in love even more, with the shoes. And
I remember you coming to fight with a little baby that time, no?
Yeah. My son was 3 months old, I think. So it was a crazy journey.
I was so glad to see a mommy, mommy giving birth, working, making photos, like, was so nice.
But can you just tell a little bit more for our community about the tires? What's the idea? How did it came into life?
Like, despite all, the most important thing, Caboclo products are unique. Every shoe is unique. There is no shoe like the other. Of course, we have a pattern, and this like this. Okay, this new collection. This will be probably the same one if you get it, or only the design here. For all the soles, you can see this one. You can see. You see Pirelli. Write it down. Okay. So all the soles are the shoes. We only use recycling tire. All the soles of every shoes of Caboclo shoes have a different grade. Okay. You can see it.
Nice.
Like all of them are completely different. And there is two things about recycling tires. First, it's super important to do this work because tire is one of the worst problems we have, from the car industry, because of course it's rubber and metal. If you burn that, it's terrible. And of course, everybody should be obligated to do it, somehow. And I will not lie, I'm a very honest person. In this place in Brazil, and actually in the whole South of America, because the lack of resources, a lot of people, these craft people will work like more than 100 years old. They're doing this kind of shoes. The grandfather was doing these shoes. And in the past, they used the recycling tires actually because the lack of resources. Like, well, I want to make a shoe. I see that and I can use that. So why not? And of course, this was more like for them.
There is a little bit of disturbance, technical things. sorry, Giuliano, at some point, like, I have a technical delay to talk with you. I'm wondering if this is my problem or it's your connection.
I heard you heard me well. I think my phone was ringing. Maybe it was that.
Ah, okay. So now it's great. Now it's great.
Now
So,
it's great.
yeah.
Come back with the tire. So,
Whenever I have a problem, I will show you a special sign.
okay, yeah. You can do like this, just like right. So,
Okay.
we're tired.
Yeah.
We have in the place we make the shoes, there is some people making these recycling tires shoes. And they don't use the tire like that, you know? And our idea was like, what amazing thing to make recycling tires for shoes. Because actually it's a very strong material. You're giving a second life, to tires. That this for me give me so much pleasure to give second life to old things. And of course it's a way more sustainable than all the other things we can try to use it. So when I told you like we are not 100% equal, our leather, we only use also natural tanned leather. That is the most eco leather you can use. Even so, there is a big debate now on leather itself.
So, Giuliano, later on, I will want to give a little bit of like a question, because we get these questions from our community, about using vegan leather. What's your opinion on that? And what is actually the natural tanned leather? I don't know, you are in this business also in eco field. What's your opinion about using natural leather and using, vegan leather as called?
Of course, like this, first of all, we have to be very clear about one thing. There is no industry of leather. There is industry of meat. As long as people are eating meat, the leather is a sub-product of the meat industry. All right, no one have a cow only for the leather. Actually, the leather is less than 1% of the whole value of the cow. So there is a big debate like, no, you're still using leather, it's not actually using leather. So the thing is, as long as we're still eating meat, we have to using leather. It's a good thing, okay? Because you're taking advantage of a material that you could throw it away. First thing. Second thing, there is 7 ways to tan the leather. All right, like you can tan the leather in the industrial way. That is terrible. There is nothing more sad than like a tannery leather in India or even in Brazil, because they use strong metals like chrome, like strong aniline, chemical aniline, and afterwards this water, the whole piece of leather, the industrial way is the whole piece of leather have to be in a swimming pool full of chemicals. Have to be 24 days, have to be 3 days in the swimming pool to make the leather very soft without any kind of perfection, like this leather that you look and it's all the same. Natural leather, what we do, we put the same leather in a swimming pool, but only with natural stuff. So the water afterwards is not a problem, but the process is like 24 days have to be inside the swimming pool. It's like 6 times more timing than industrial process. That's why nobody do it. And actually this is how we made in the past the shoe. And the main difference is natural leather, and this is important, people, please heard that. Natural leather, you always have little marks. Oh, you see this little mark? This is not a damage in the shoe. This is like if the cow damaged herself when she was alive, all the marks of the cow you will see in the shoe. And I think this is quite nice actually, because make the shoe even more unique. Like I am a huge fighter against this industrial revolution that everybody have to be the same look, the same pattern. Exactly. I don't believe in this quantity that everything is the same. I don't believe in this kind of products anymore.
Okay, so then for me it's quite clear. You're using this natural tanned leather, you have the tires, then you have the craftsman doing your shoes. Basically it's quite a lot of organizational work, right? I mean, for example, what's the scope, what's this possible scope that you can produce? How many pairs of shoes can you produce?
That depends. For example, for us, once again, everything is doing by hand. So no, we are not we are a slow production brand. I believe nowadays my capacity have to be maximum like 300, 400 pairs every month. And of course I could improve that, you know, because my idea is always adding people. No, I really want to create a group of artisans and actually, but this I will leave to the end of the conversation. But more orders I have, more artisans I can help them to make them one work. For example, if a master comes to me, hey Juliano, I prove you I'm a master of leather, I help them to make the little office to work. You know, this little factory. No, it's not a factory. I don't know how you say that in English. The little taller in Espanol. You know, and the idea is to always give them the support to make the production from Caboclo and only working for Caboclo or with Caboclo. No, no one works for me. We're working together.
So basically, if there are some craftsmanship perfect in leather now watching you, they can come over to you and ask to prove themselves really good in leather, and they might be doing Caboclo shoes in the future.
Exactly. And actually, what I want is, like, I don't want to this amazing philosophy and culture to disappear. Because Brazil in the past, not now we are in a terrible moment, but Brazil in the past, especially when we had Lula, you know, the president, a lot of people, a lot of craft people that I have start to work like as a security guy or delivering pizza because they don't feel glad about bringing craft. Usually in Brazil, if you're a craftsman, people are like, well, poor guy, he's a craftsman. No, he don't have education. And the most important thing about Caboclo is like, man, you should be super proud you're a craftsman. Because a craftsman is a professional. You're not an architect. You don't have a paper to say, okay, you are professional in that. But they are actually very good professionals. And they have been learning that from daddy, from the grandfather. Usually a craft guy learned that from the same family. And that's it's super important for me. I don't want that to disappear. Never ever. You know, I think actually my dream is one day to make the University of Craft, actually.
Nice. So, but do you have some, I don't know, like an umbrella or like a group of craft, like brands like you in Brazil, who kind of like try to promote yourself in a composed way, you know, as a group, like Caboclo, maybe some others who are doing some bags or some other crafts?
Yeah, like in the beginning, we also work with a cooperative from Amazon that make jewelry from they take all the stuff in the ground of Amazon, like seeds, bones, wood, and they make really nice jewelry. But I realized, like, for me, it's really hard to have so many lines. Maybe in my shop, actually. And actually, by this week, I have one client that comes to my shop asking your dresses. We have to speak about that afterwards, you know? But the main idea of Caboclo is like giving them, not giving the fish, but giving them the tool to fish them more fish every day. And actually, sometimes you make good people, but they're not serious. So if you're not serious, you don't want to work with you. You know, like the artisan, these are also important work we do. It's like if you want to work with Caboclo, man, we are professional. We're working with Germany, with Japan, with you know, and sometimes it's quite hard to the artisans understand. For example, what is, man, if I say I deliver 1st of April, I have to deliver 1st of April. I understand we can have some little problems, but I mean, you know, schedule is important for shops and for everyone.
Yeah, nice. So, yeah, it's a lot of fuss when you're a small business. There are a lot of you know, usually people just imagine that slow business, everything is so nice, you know, flowers are blooming, but in fact there is really hard work that a small group of people is doing behind the scenes.
I always say, from outside, it's really nice being Juba. Being Juba is not at all, man. I can guarantee you. You know, because people say, no, you always traveling a lot and it's so nice. Of course, I love my life. But you know what is the production? Production is super nice. You make amazing dress. You know how hard it is to make amazing dresses.
Yeah.
No? And I think sometimes And especially when you work with handmade, no, you work with people, no, it's like you have so many problems that you have to handle. And
Yeah.
I try now to handle only the four main guys, the four masters we have, but they also have employees. So now I also teaching them how to be a businessman, no, because it's hard to have, well, it's not an employee, it's somebody that work together with them. And of course, this is like handling people. So I also try my best to give this kind of skills, to the full masters that work with us.
Yeah, well, I'm totally with you here because one thing is to produce the shoe, another thing is to sell the shoe. And
Exactly.
nowadays, like it's there are a lot of tools, but they all require resources. And usually, like I'm sure that you are a little bit like us, or at least at some point when like you are doing everything from copywriting, posting to Instagram, to doing some lives, then to handling the production, to doing the styles, and to doing the sales. So at some point, like you are one man band,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
trying
No,
to
I
just
feel like like
understand
like
the
a
scope
mother
of this
actually.
world.
I am a mother of Caboclo, like you. You have the kid, you have everything. So somehow I do feel like a mother. But you know what? I think that's nice either because one of the problems of our society, I think, is the specialization. Now everybody is a specialist in something, but nothing about another thing. I really like to learn things every day, on new situations, or new, I don't know, new projects. Because sometimes it's like, okay, I know a lot about leather, but I also have to know a lot about, I don't know, about the tires, about the laces, about the conditions of work of the employees of the cooperative. Everything is important. And also, this is another thing that I really want to mark in our conversation. It's like, nowadays, all the fashion is like, no, fashion, my friend. Everybody that is hearing us, please take a really, really, really hear that. Fashion is the second industry creating more pollution in the world. The second, the second, it's crazy. Like I don't know if you guys remember when I was young, maybe I have like 4 shirts. Nowadays, the kids have 40 shirts each kid. So it's crazy. It's creating a massive mass of pollution. So
Yeah, but
buy one dress on the floor because you can have this dress from 10 years and don't step in Zara, please. We need to finish this H&M, Zara, and all the same. You go to Rome, you go to Barcelona, you go to Madrid, looks all the same. All the center of Europe, it's all the same brand, the same looks. And I'm quite tired of that. And now
usually,
they presuming they are eco. Like, no, buy the eco line of H&M. No, there is no eco line of H&M. Maybe the cotton is made ethically, but the production, it's the worst thing you can do in your life, And it's start to be like, for me, the guys that are making the shoes is as important as the shoes itself. Because I can see, no, I have an eco problem, but I pay a shit to the guy doing this work in Brazil. It's not eco. People are also nature. If the people doing the product they are not receiving a decent life, I'm sorry, how can you say it's eco? We belong to the nature as well. So the manufacturers doing the products are super important. Please always take care who are making your products.
that's true. I share your thoughts here. Of course, in my opinion, this is a very complex problem because at some point, well, some people are just closing the eyes because, well, this is maybe something what they can afford at the moment. But of course, some more conscious understanding should be there. And what I'm also like sometimes trying to help people understand, that, yeah, fashion at the moment is made very disposable, You buy something, you throw it away, and then you buy again. And I think exactly what's lying behind Caboclo and as well as on the floor, So it's, as you said, it's nice to have a dress which will serve you 10 years and more. And then at this point, this eco or slow fashion, or maybe at now who thinks it's more pricey fashion, it becomes like even cheaper than the fast fashion. So yeah, this is like I think that consciousness only also of consumers can help out a little bit.
Yeah, I think this is our biggest challenge. you know, as human beings and in the industry of fashion. Because once again, your dress is timeless. Your dresses will be nice, maybe in 20 years, it's still being super nice. Super nice material, nice design, a temporal, very elegant without being hype, you know. And for example, Vaida, now we are in the beginning of summer. If you go to Paseo de Gracia, it's the main avenue in Barcelona, they already have the winter collection, you know, because the summer collection is already sailing. Like, man, we are in May, and you finish already the summer sales, and you start to sell winter now in May. Like, you always making people, no, buy this now because you're going to be the first one using this in December, and afterwards you throw this jacket away because you have to buy another. It's like, what's happening here? You know, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. So for me,
I
making a
can see you're
temporary
really
product
passionate about it.
no, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, sometimes I get in my nerves some stuff, you know.
No, so it's very nice. Giuliano, I saw also a question from one of our listeners. Is like about how
Uh-huh.
long are you already doing Caboclo?
We start Caboclo in 2004. I cannot believe, being honest. Was like thinner, have no beard, no white hair, and was amazing. When I finished my university here, I have the idea, me and my brother, okay, man, let's try to do something with Brazil. We can't live in Brazil, but let's try to do our little part. If everybody makes your little part, Brazil will be in a way better. So, but Caboclo begins like I went to Brazil and I traveled for 6 months, only checking the comparative of everything, of shoemakers, of jewelry, of I don't know, you know, like scarves, and we decided to work with the leather people because it's so much culture. The place where we make the shoes, actually, being honest, you can find people of 94 that his grandfather was making shoes as well. So it's actually it's a big as there is a lot of meat industry around. There is a lot of leather to work. So that's why in this place sometimes you go inside the house, everything is made of leather. Even the table, you know, even the bed. It's crazy. They do everything with the leather. It's so nice. And every little town there is this master, you know, and everybody know the master. So my work was like finding this guy and put him inside Caboclo.
Okay, so interesting. And then maybe some questions about how you function. So you have an online store, all right? And
Mhm.
you ship all over the world, right?
Yes. As I
How,
told before, Caboclo started in 2004. As you guys noted, I speak a lot. I like to speak. I like people. I like to share opinions. So my Caboclo was making shops. We nearly have 4 shops in Barcelona. So we didn't have the online shop in the past. It was the big mistake, but it's nice to learn about your mistakes. Now, thank God, you can buy Caboclo from the moon. We deliver Caboclo everywhere, every little town in China, in Japan, everywhere you want to buy Caboclo shoes, we make the Caboclo shoes arrive on you. That's not a problem at all. You can find everything online, and we have limited stock, of course, as we said before. No, it's not crazy that so everything you see there, yeah, it's not I cannot like swear to you, but I mean it's hard to you go to a party and meet another people with a caboclo shoes. This I can guarantee. You know, our lines are like we never made more than 200 pairs of each model, and as we go all around, you know, the idea is like to you feel special with your caboclo.
okay, nice. And so how are, for example, if people want to buy your shoes, yeah, are there any recommendations about the fitting, you know, like the size, whatever? I don't know. Do
Uh,
people return the shoes often? How is it working? Is it, you know, risky?
we have like actually I'm quite happy in the moment. From 10 pairs we sell, we can have like one shoe that have to return the size, because in the site now you have all the explanation to buy a shoe. Nowadays you can buy everything online, and if you follow the explanation it's super easy. If you are a little doubt about it, you send an email to us, and the rest of our team super glad to help you about the sizing. So I don't believe nowadays, if you never had a caboclo shoe, it's a problem to purchase online. And actually for us now, we will make more easy for everybody to buy online. It's already there, the information, but we're also trying to thinking about new nice ways to make even easier. Okay. And another thing important about caboclo shoes, right? I can say you that caboclo shoes are alive, like you. They change a lot. They will never be like the same. Okay. Natural leather, it's very elastic. So maybe the shoe you feel like natural leather, maybe it's a bit uncomfortable. No worries that in a week time the leather will adapt to your feet. So you're gonna feel way more comfortable and nicer. And actually, I do believe that caboclo shoes are way nicer when they are used than when they are new. You know, I think when they age, the way nicer than when it's the first day of caboclos. You know.
That's also what I wanted to say, you know, that they get better and better with time, you know. So sometimes even we also, because we work with linen, and linen is the same natural material, it's we really love it. And the beautiful thing about it is that the more you wear it, the better it looks at some point.
Yeah.
So I can notice that about your shoes, and I am a big lover. I have like a few pairs, and I'm wearing them like on the daily basis. So I really recommend. And that's a very nice thing to say, you know, that with time it just gets better and better.
No, I mean,
So Giuliano, is there like I don't know, so now are you now working on your upcoming collections? Because I have seen your new collection arriving like in the 1st of April, so I really like the new styles. I hope we will use them in our upcoming photo shoots. So what's on your mind? Because you know, you never stop, so
well, my idea is continue our collaboration. If you want to continue the collaboration, I'm super glad. And really, people, check the photos of Son the Floor dresses with caboclo shoes. I don't want to be boasted, but it's super nice. You know, it's like it's so unique. You know, it's the type of people that want to represent what you think about the way you dress. No, because fashion is a very good way to express yourself. No, like I don't know. Your skin is the biggest organ we have here. So what you're using in your skin is super important. There's a lot about you. You know, a lot of people are like, no, I'm gluten-free, for example, no, because now everybody's crazy with gluten. Man, if you're gluten-free, you only buy eco stuff, or you're still buying fast fashion, these don't represent you. You know, it's really time to make the whole circle. If you're like an ethic person, you really want to like change the way everybody is consuming things. Like the power of consumption, it's so big. Actually, I was used to work to AGO before I said caboclo, and I get a bit frustrated. Like, well, you help these people, but they always need the help to continue, you know, living and having a decent life. It's like, why we don't give them the tool to make a decent life? And I think consumption, I was, after being like sad about all this ONGO word and blah, 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 I realized consumption is the main power we have. If we stop buying products that is like not nice for the environment, not nice with people making the products, we kill these companies. You know, the consumption, it's the biggest power we have as citizens here. So please, just try to apply that. Don't buy, for example, don't buy these scissors. Buy these scissors because it's well done, because people making these scissors having a good money, because the scissors is equal. Buy all the add values, not only the scissors. This is the only thing I left to our community. And also, with just going out, I hope so, this crazy situation is finished. But it's amazing, people, if you realize how much nature grows in this time that we are at home. It's amazing how much nature, like here in Barcelona, we find a javali in the main street of Barcelona. You know, this big javali, and I was like, wow, the nature is already coming back to the cities. So I do believe that when we have these these difficult times, it's also very good change of ship. You know, the consumption.
I imagine somebody is calling again to Juliana, and that's the connection is a little bit bad. So I hope Juliana will. Oh,
Yeah.
the sign.
Oops. Okay.
There was a call.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, are you back?
Yeah.
So I assume that we realized that during the pandemic you understood how beautiful the nature is back, right? And I guess in Barcelona it was like a big drop in the tourism as well due to this pandemic.
No,
I remember I lived in Barcelona like for a few years, and I remember people were tired, you know, of the tourists coming. At some point, you know, of course it brings money and it makes the wheel go round. But so what happened during the pandemic? Like the tourism dropped off, right? The nature got better. The people got happier.
This is an amazing subject, and I'm really glad that we speak about that. My friends, there is another very side detail I'm saying you guys here. If tourism was a country, tourism was the third country creating more pollution in the world. I mean, the industry of tourism we have now, sorry about the word fucked up. I will sorry about that, but it's fucked up. The way we make the tourism industry, it's crazy. For example, Barcelona, a lot of people, no, we don't like tourists, it's too much. Barcelona now, we are like 3 million people. And before the crazy times, we were receiving 30 million tourist people. We received 10 times more people than actually people living here. So Barcelona became a little bit a Disneyland. You know, it starts to lose a bit the charm, like small places or like shops like mine, or everybody starts to be too mainstream, you know? And I don't think that is reliable anymore. I really don't think like everybody have to go to Paris, to Rome, to Barcelona, I mean, it's nice to make trip, but go to a town and know the town, you know? Like sometimes people come over, they make photos, and they even don't know what they're making the photo of, but they just want to make the photo to say people, hey, people don't want to come here to say, hey, I'm traveling. People want to put in Instagram or in Facebook that they are in Barcelona. That's I think it's the biggest problem we had now. The industry collapse. Of course, we have no tourists. Thanks Vaida and a lot of people, Caboclo is surviving because the internet. And I don't know how this will start again. I'm super curious because we have amazing opportunity to make this more sustainable, you know. And as I said before, when we were like locked down here in Barcelona, in Diagonal, it's a big avenue. Some javalis are passing by, you know, javalis, the big pig with the. So it's amazing how nature was recovering so fast. These 3 months that we are locked down in Barcelona was the best air in like, I don't know, 20 years. You know, and even the woods around Barcelona, we start to see more animals. So like, it's amazing. It's a must that realize that if you don't take care of land, of our home, man, COVID-20, I think nature's send this to us like, hey guys, watch out. You know, you're destroying everything. And if you don't watch out, we'll be even more nasty with you guys. So please, remember that you are just an animal like all the other animals here. You know, like time to take care a little bit, be more conscious. And I think it's a great opportunity to us to think what is really important. You know, like your family, the food you eat, the friends you have, the places you go, you know, the love you share. I really think it's a good time for us to have these, you know, new thinking. I really hope that.
Yeah, so Giuliano, I believe that we could be talking and talking here because there are a lot of mutual touch points, brand-wise and experience-wise. But our time is going a little bit to the end. So I will just use the chance to thank you very much for this conversation. And I will also use the chance to say that we are still having our project of the gift for everybody who is buying us on the floor, a gift of 20% discounts goes along with a parcel that can be used by the 1st of June. And also tomorrow we are throwing a giveaway at On the Floor Instagram to win a pair of these beautiful, amazing caboclo shoes. So everybody who is there, who is watching, come over and participate. And also, like, this conversation will be put on our Instagram and will be there for forever, hopefully. So everybody who couldn't watch it, you can always drop by to re-listen to some thoughts, maybe write some comments. It's always very interesting. And thank you very much for all the people who had given us their time to listen and to participate. We saw your comments. We will just answer some of them in the comments once this video is already on our Instagram. So I think I have lost a little bit Giuliano, and Giuliano, are you here?
I'm here. You see me?
Okay. So from my side, I'm done. Do you want to say anything to the people here, just as an end note?
Well, I want to say thanks everybody to participate in this call. I want to say thanks to Vaida, of course, to this opportunity. This is our caboclo shop. I am in Barcelona. You can see here. We'll be glad to receive you guys here if you come over and take advantage of this giveaway. Tomorrow, a giveaway from On the Floor caboclo shoes. And well, it's an opportunity to check it. And please also help us to be following Caboclo in Instagram, because this is super important now. And our collaboration is for the moment until the 30th of May. So don't lose the opportunity, because we do that because it's perfect collaboration for us and for Vaida, and it's 20% off you're receiving. And for us, my friends, we are not super happy to give percentage off, but for in this time, it's worth it because it's Vaida and the look, it's amazing. You're going to feel amazing with caboclo shoes and On the Floor dresses. And I think that's it. Thanks a lot for the opportunity and everybody to participate.
Okay.
All right?
So thank you very much. And there will be more caboclo in the future. But for now, good luck, Giuliano. Keep on doing the good job, and just let's, keep surviving.
Yeah. And one thing,
and
people,
growing.
less is the blessed. Recycle things, please. And let's keep it simple. Okay?
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye. Nice one.
Bye, Giuliano. Thank you. Bye.
Oops.